Okay, so I will write for you in the book. Okay, so it's gonna be, it's gonna aerobic, oh I mean this right, aerobic cellular respiration. Wow. All right. Oh gosh. Cellular respiration. Okay. This is our title of the day of our vlog. Welcome back. I really miss you guys. Okay. So aerobic means aero. Means air represented by oxygen. Okay, in the presence of oxygen, right? Cellular means in the presence of a cell. That's why cellular. And then your process will be respiration. Talks about, the vital organ. Okay, inhaling oxygen gas again. And then, okay, exhaling carbon dioxide. Okay? It's gonna be like that. Inhalation, in short. Inhalation. When you inhale, automatically you will breathe, right? Okay, breathing. Okay, breathing system. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is now our scrutiny regarding the title aerobic cellular respiration. And now we go to the general summary of our flow chart to, to understand it skeletally. Wow. We need to compartmentalize each step of our flow chart. Okay? It's gonna be like that. But before anything else, I'm gonna try to emphasize that this is really under the topic of biochemistry. Okay, biochemistry. Okay, so if you are good in biology at the same time you're good also in chemistry, then perfect. You will hit the target. Things like that. And this is biology is a combination of the two. Bio means study of life between the plants and animals, botany and zoology, and chemistry. It is study of, matter, okay, and the changes it undergoes. Okay, whether it is a physical change or a chemical change, or a physical process or chemical process. Physical change will be attributed by different physical. So, if you try to take advice, it is more on the okay. But if you talk about chemical separation process, it is more on industrial uh, separation processes. Am I correct? Chemical separation processes is the opposite of physical separation process. Sorry, so it's gonna be the entire chemistry, things like that. And then in order to speed up that processes and reactions, we have to use chemicals. Okay? That is our key player to produce this type of processes. Okay? Things like that. Okay. So, sad to say, we don't have biology subject in college. So all we have to do is to research and read a lot about biology also. I had background in biology when I was in secondary high school. Okay, because during secondary high school, we did a lot of thorough study and memorization regarding the theories and concepts of biology, but it was too basic to consider, right? But it's okay, it's highly manageable, right? Because biology doesn't involve math. Okay, it's that it always involves concepts and principles only, and you have to understand because it is really more on practical scenario when you talk about biology. Because the plants, the animals, things like that, and you have to encounter that in your day-to-day life. Okay? All living forms of organisms and the trees, the vegetation, the flora, the fauna, and all types of living organisms within the planet Earth. It's all about biology. Okay? Things like that. So we have a little bit of background to understand this aerobic cellular respiration by taking into consideration the two pure sciences combination of biology and chemistry. So it's gonna be like that. Okay, we're gonna have the total flow chart. Okay, we're gonna first we have here things like that. Okay. Okay. So I can guarantee you if you love science, you'll be enjoying this topic. Okay, it's gonna be like that. Okay, second step will be here. Okay, and the third step will be here. Okay, so it takes only steps to be alive in this planet Earth. Okay, to be healthy, okay, to survive. Okay, that is bio and chemistry through three steps of aerobic cellular respiration. So the first step will be, so we will call this in greater medical science terms as biochemical pathway. So let's say this is the road where these chemicals are being synthesized, decomposed, and again, synthesized again, decomposed. It's just like a process of metabolism, things like that. Okay, when we understood about metabolism, it's gonna be having the reactions will be catalyzed, the reaction will be anabolized. Wow! Anabolized? Yes, because metabolism have two types, anabolism and catabolism. Why not? Okay, things like that. So we have first, mga palangkakulitan, we have glycolysis. Okay, glycolysis. Oh my gosh, what's this all about? So if you can see this word, automatically what comes on your brain cells will be also the process of glycogenolysis, right? Okay? Glycogenolysis. Oh, diba? Right? It's related. Okay? It's gonna be like that. So after that, we have intermediate reaction here. Intermediate reaction really, these are the reactions in between the input phase and the output phase, although, shall we say the reactant phase and the product phase. Phase PHASE, not the phase, the mukha. Okay, you get the point. Okay, like the intermediate chemical reactions. Wow, reactions. Look. Okay, things like that. Okay, step number 2 is gonna be step number 1 here is the glycolysis. Step number 2 will be, okay, this is more interesting. Here will be more interesting because this is the stage in which we can produce a lot of substances in order we will be able to use up as our energy, like that. Okay, so that we can sustain and endure our life on the planet Earth. So this is step number 2. So, not know about this step number 2, but some biology students know this also. Biochemistry students, pharmacy students, medical technology students, BS chemistry students, things like that related to pure sciences professionals. Okay, they know this step number 2 really, right? Okay, we have we have this TCA, or shall we say the Krebs cycle. Wow, Krebs cycle, and well, take note mga palangkakulitan. We have the citric acid cycle. Wow. Okay, citric acid cycle. Okay, in here you can scrutinize word per word, nota per nota. Sorry. Okay, word per word so that you can understand really what this is all about, because it doesn't mean all the time that we need to refer the Google search to understand terminology to terminology. We can also understand the way how it is being phrased in a sentence, okay, or how it is being combined with one another. Two words will become one word, and in that you can really understand. Okay, things like this. Here, TCA. So this is tricarboxylic acid. Okay, TCA. I love acronyms because without acronyms, I will never pass the Bush International Examination because there's a lot of acronyms there, especially in the enumeration and listing and outline of different, occupational safety and health hazards and risks, international workplace hazards all over the world. And you cannot answer that without acronyms, right? Okay, going back to TCA, this is tricyclic carboxylic acid or carboxylic acid. Okay, you get the point. Things like that. Okay, T stands for tri, C stands for carboxylic, and A stands for acid. Okay. Now we have the Krebs. Krebs is really a cycle that is discovered by Mr. Krebs, something like that. Okay. From his name, because usually scientific discoveries are named after their discovery, the last name. There's a lot in science about all about that. And if you are very loving with scientist memorization and their contributions, then you will know that also. Because sometimes in examination in science, for example, in elementary, in high school, you have to be smart enough to, for example, who discovered penicillin? Things like that. Who discovered oxygen? Things like this. Okay. Who discovered the theory of evolution? Things like that. These are only some of the examples about scientists and their contribution, right? So the same thing here. It's about the cycle that, of course, formulated and conceptualized and discovered by Mr. Krebs. Okay. Now we have citric acid cycle. Sorry, mga palangga, right? Okay, citric acid cycle. Obviously, this comes from the citric acid. Oh my gosh, I love citric acid, right? So this coming from citrus fruits. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, citric acid formula. Okay, refresh our memory. Basic inorganic chemistry. No, it's not. Basic organic chemistry. Okay, what's the formula of citric acid? So it's gonna be 6 atoms of carbon, 8 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. So if you want really to become really a legit and certified chemist and chemical engineer, then you have to familiarize basic that is acquired knowledge and stock knowledge. Okay, by the time goes on, you will grow old. It could still be penetrating in your, hippocampus part of your brain, the storage of memory, especially the cerebral vortex of our central nervous system. Okay, we have 6 atoms of carbon, 8 atoms hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. Right? Any question, class? About the citric acid? Nothing, right? Okay, citric acid cycle. I love it. Okay, so in this step number 2, obviously we can say that we are really driven by plants. Okay, plants to raise like that because the citric acid are fruits. This is derived from fruits, and fruits automatically have an inherent acid. Inherent means built-in acid, in which that is really fortified naturally when the plants grow. Okay, you never put that there. It is not man-made. It is not artificial. It is really natural. As the trees, as the plants grows all, then it will produce fruits, and automatically this kind of acid will be there. Okay, it's just like a blessing from the Lord our God that this acid is perfect. Let there be citric acid in this plants and trees automatically that bear fruits. Ganon. Okay, so this is built in and inherent by the fruits. All fruits have citric acid. It depends on varying levels. There could be high, there could be low, things like that. And if you have citric acid, it will be also complementary to the ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is the vitamin C, right? It's very important for our immune system to fight infections, body infections, to kill microbes, attack in our immune system. Okay, vitamin C. Okay, but if there's no citric acid, then automatically there will be no ascorbic acid because it's gonna be complementary with each other. Okay, things like that. What's the formula of ascorbic acid based on our basic acid and stock knowledge is gonna be C, 6 atoms of carbon, 8 atoms of hydrogen, and 7 atoms of oxygen. Slide one only with the oxygen level, right? In the last 3 element constituent of our CHOs. Right, this is gonna be like that. But our focus is not here. I'm just trying to emphasize that without fruits, then we don't have energy. Or without plants, we don't have energy because 80% and above coming from the plants and fruits we eat daily a la tool. Especially the rice, the cabbage, the bread, all kinds of carbohydrates from plants, fruits, and vegetation, things like that. And this is the animals also eat lungs to survive, automatically they will also get this kind of acids by themselves. And then again, when we eat meat also, then we can also inherit or we can gain the acids also we gain from the fruits and the plants. The same story, tantamount with each other. Okay, meaning to say equally important. As of this moment, I'm not talking with the leveling and intake. I'm just talking of the importance between the plants and animals. Okay, so I'm not talking with the leveling of the intake in our body yet. Okay, I'm not talking with the pathology or the pathophysiology or the epidemiology. Okay, in which we will be dealing with the disease. But later on, when we're discussing the disease, what kind of the diseases will be appearing, or if we try to talk to step number one, step number two, step number three, like that. But as we progress this discussion, just leave it here muna. Okay? It's gonna be like that. Okay, copy. Okay, copy for the basic chemical formulas of citric acid and ascorbic acid. Going to step number three. Okay. What is the last step number three? This is also enjoyable. Actually, equally enjoyable if you really understand. Okay? But I love Krebs cycle, really. Okay, number three. Ang arte naman, Krebs cycle. Ganon. Number okay. You'll be shocked that this is a part or the step of your cellular respiration that involves electrical and chemical processes, okay, or the electrochemical substances. Okay, this involves electricity here. Okay, because every human being cannot move without electricity. Okay, but our electricity is just enough to activate our chemical messengers hormones straightforward to our vital organs, communicate to our brain cells in terms of a message, and like that, and it will use up and then compensate the electrical signals through the minerals. It's gonna be the potassium and magnesium, no, sodium. Out, pump in to produce the electrical signal in our, nervous system, in our neurons. Okay, like that. So, again, two processes are only electrical process and chemical process. Chemical process governed by chemical messenger hormone. Electrical process derived by our, chlorides, things like that, okay, or it's going to be magnesium sometimes, but the more popular will be potassium and sodium, really. Okay, there's a pump there, just like a motor pump, PUMP, that goes out in our intermembrane, cellular membrane, in our vital organ, right? Then goes out, goes in, goes out, goes in, goes out, ganon. Until such time we can develop a desired electrical impulses that will be converted to electricity. Ganon. Okay. So like that. So it's gonna be like that, the story of our life. Okay, you see electron transfer, that it's going to be the electron that will be transferred, okay, to produce electrical and chemical gradient. The gradient we mean here is the protons. Okay, then this protons will be used to produce our main energy. Okay, our main energy will be the big manufacturer of energy, which is the capital A, capital T, capital P, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Okay. Any questions so far for this general aerobic cellular respiration? If no question, then you can comment down below in the comment section thread, or you can also message me in my FB Messenger if you are not, satisfied the way how it is cut now. So let's explain this professionally, things like that. So hopefully we will be agreeing to some points, because this is highly technical factual, right? This is like opinionated. Because the point are academically undisputed, meaning we will be agreeing in a factual point of view, scientific factual point of view. Okay, so in step number one, obviously it will produce glucose. Okay, and glucose will be processed more to go to the next step, third step, things like that, and later on it will yield ATP as our main source of energy. Okay, ATP is the main source of energy of all living organisms for the photosynthetic growth. Okay? Because all of us needs to grow, of course. Nobody wants to grow, right? Things like that. So we need this ATP, okay? The largest manufacturer of our glucoses or our energy source, okay? So it's gonna be like that. Okay, these three steps are equally important. Any questions so far for this? Aerobic cellular respiration. Thank you so much for watching this flowchart of aerobic cellular respiration. Remember, we will never be growing older without aerobic cellular respiration because day by day we inhale oxygen. We eat, our food comes from plants, okay? Animals, like everything, okay? It's driven here on. Get the point? So later on, we'll be discussing each component to component to have the details of this aerobic cellular respiration. Thank you so much for watching. This is again Sotero. This is science, health, okay, music, and also health, safety, okay, channel. Thank you so much. If you like this video, you can also like if you want. You can share also to anybody else that needs also a little bit of academic information regarding this topic, okay? And then you can also subscribe to my channel, and I will be grateful to that. You can click the notification bell for some news updates of science, health, safety, and music. My gosh, it's not easy to memorize 4 terms: science, health, safety, and music. I cannot eliminate music because I cannot live without music. Okay, so my life will be nothing if I cannot sing. Okay, this is my first love, singing. Okay, inborn. Okay, get the point. Things like that. What will be my life for this if I cannot sing? Okay. So thank you so much, Lord, for everything. Wonderful days will come for the future to begin. So, okay, bye-bye. God bless everybody. See you later for my next vlog. Okay. Nakakaloka ha, in fairness.